Constellation Audio proudly presents Brevity by Mark Johnston. Episode 11. Coral is transported from the hectic world of Charcoal City into a beautiful, calm ocean atmosphere, trading car horns, brake dust, and construction chaos for lapping waves, gentle breezes, and bird calls.
I can see why this is so appealing. It almost feels like I'm really here.
Laszlo navigates Coral's borrowed avatar down the beach and onto a boardwalk lined with palm trees, barrels, empty bottles, and taverns. Dozens of flamboyant beach buccaneers wander the scene, each with their gamertag displayed prominently above their head to indicate the call sign of the real-world player pulling the strings.
Okay, take me into one of these buildings. We need to ask someone where to go.
The sultry pirate avatar waltzes into a nearby sailor's pub and approaches the bar. Sitting at a nearby table are two lovely women in corsets playing a game of cards. Laszlo walks the character right up to their location.
Excuse me, do you ladies happen to know where I can find a Captain Lefthook?
One of the women answers back with a man's voice.
Aye, his ship is anchored yonder with the red sails, just at the end of the gangway.
Thank you.
I'd be careful if I were ye. Approaching Lefthook's ship without an invitation is like to get your coin cache depleted. They be no friendly pirates.
Thanks for the warning. I actually have an invitation, I think.
The avatar exits the virtual saloon and walks down a gangway toward the ship, footsteps clopping on the creaky boardwalk.
All right. Hopefully your friend Jem made some inroads with these players. Just that casual, like you're supposed to be here.
This is crazy. I don't know if I can pull this off.
Ahoy, me hearty! Gemini, you scallywag! Where you been?
I've been a bit ill, but I'm back and rearing to go.
Blimey! Got yourself a taste of the scurvy, have ye? Shiver me timbers!
That's right. Hell of an affliction. I bring a message to the captain.
Aye, well, don't be a landlubber. Get on up here and tell him yourself.
Laszlo climbs the character up a rope ladder onto the cantankerous clipper ship. Coral counts at least a half-dozen avatars aboard. Some are standing still while their controlling player is away from the console. Others move about the ship, running into walls and jumping up and down the decks. She hears several pirate greetings shouted out to her from around the vessel. Laszlo moves Jem's avatar toward the back of the boat to search for any player that would resemble the captain. From out of an inside chamber walks a large, bearded avatar with an enormous black hat, a hook for a left hand, and a tag reading Lefthook 551 above his head.
This looks promising.
Well, blow me down, matey. Is that Gemini the Jaunty?
Here goes nothing. Aye, 'tis me, Gemini. I come bearing troublesome news.
Well, don't just stand there like a grog blossom. Tell your captain any and all tales of the wind.
This is so ridiculous. Please let this work. I heard a rumor from a player I trust in Shanghai Shadow that someone here has located your hidden treasure.
Not me doubloons.
Aye, your doubloons. I think they might be taken.
Well, son of a biscuit eater. Weigh anchor and hoist the mizzen, lassie. We must go see ourselves.
Coral and Laszlo exchange a few muted laughs and watch as the crew members scramble to their positions. Without fully understanding who is controlling the ship, it somehow begins to move out into the sea. After a nearly 5-minute sail through the virtual ocean, a small island begins to come into view.
Land ho, Captain!
Aye. Drop the anchors. I'll go see for myself that everything is shipshape and make sure no one is running a rig on this old salty sea dog.
Coral watches as the one-handed captain disembarks from the vessel and wades through the water up to the sandy shore. She puts a hand over the headset microphone to give Laszlo instructions.
Okay, quick. Put me as close to him as possible, but still on the ship, and get ready to write this down. Please, please, please let this work.
She waits with eager anticipation as the captain stands still on the island beach. When he begins to move, Coral carefully counts out loud each awkward step that he takes. The portly pirate moves 6 steps forward, 4 steps left, 7 steps forward, 2 steps right, and 4 steps forward again. Then he begins to dig in the sand.
64724. Did you get that?
I got it. You're a genius. It's still a long shot, but it's better than nothing. You could even tell by the way his character was moving that he was tapping the joystick 1 step at a time to be precise. Damn, Coral. Nice work.
All right, shut this down. We got what we needed. Forget these kooky pirates. Let's get out of here.
Laszlo turns everything off while Coral finishes tidying up the apartment. As they walk out the door and lock up, Coral pulls out her phone to call Christian.
Hey, I think we got it. Meet me at 10th and 31st. I'll be there in 5 minutes.
Oh my god, what a great idea. I honestly can't believe that worked. I guess we'll find out tomorrow if it did for sure. Any update from your contact on the protest?
Still need confirmation, but I'd be willing to bet he made it happen. What about Jim's location? Any progress there?
Well, we got the tracker in place. My young friend Titus picked herself from her purse, and Gage was able to stick the patch locator to the inside of the phone case. But we were only able to get it on her as she was leaving the office. Hopefully we'll find out tomorrow exactly where they're holding her.
I don't even like thinking about it. Poor Jim. She must be terrified.
I know. Coral, if I could articulate the burden of my responsibility for this...
Christian, stop. It's okay. You didn't know they had her address.
Yeah, but still, I shouldn't have kicked the hornet's nest like that. My father's hurt pride should never be underestimated.
I understand why you did it. Should we be worried about humbling him again, if this works?
Honestly, yeah. Which is why we need to turn over the painting, and eventually myself. But I think I've got an idea that will buy us more than just time.
The two artists continue on their walk and talk, taking a sharp turn onto a quieter 35th Street, away from the stream of pedestrians and traffic-laden 10th Avenue. Coral shifts her longboard from her left arm to her right, pausing to tighten the straps on her backpack in between.
So now that we have leads on the first steps, what is the plan?
Right, so here's what I'm thinking. While I was there waiting outside for Gage and Titus, I noticed they are changing the title of the building, which is being done with a giant crane that looks almost close enough to the roof for access. Myself, Laz, and F will climb up there before sunrise to avoid being spotted and wait for confirmation of Jem's location. Assuming that the protest draws my brother and most of his team down to the ground floor, and that the passcode works, I think we have a strategy to extract her. There's just one problem.
What?
We'll be on a tight clock. There's no way that I could think of to get her out without alerting security that we're there. We just have to accomplish it in the window that we have, which means the front door won't exactly be a viable exit for us.
So you're gonna go back to the roof?
Correct. Back out the way we came in. Only problem is, going back down the crane isn't really an option. It's too slow, in daylight, and I'm not entirely sure we can even get back on it.
So, parachutes?
I wish, but the building isn't tall enough to jump from. I think we're gonna need a helicopter.
Okay. Do we have one of those?
Negative.
Let me see what I can do. I might have an idea. Where's your bike?
Just another couple blocks up.
Can I ask you something?
Sure.
Do you and your siblings have the same mom? You seem so different.
Actually, yeah. But she died when I was a kid. Suicide by overdose.
Oh my gosh. Do you remember her?
Oh yeah. She was a dancer. A touring stage performer when she met my dad. Colette was born a year after. Then Lawrence, and me.
We don't have to talk about it.
It's okay. Way back when the drug boom happened in Charco City, my dad had all the channels to smuggle and distribute. Mom already grappled with alcohol. When the drugs were free and right in her lap, no one stopped her from getting hooked. Dad spent more time with his girlfriends. They didn't care that she was spiraling. Never got her help. As far as I'm concerned, he basically killed her.
Sheesh, that's dark. I'm so sorry.
I know. It feels sometimes like I'm the only one who...
Before Christian can finish his sentence, two figures run up from behind and aggressively shove them both into the darkness of a passing alley. Coral's longboard is flung away, landing next to an odorous open dumpster, and the two victims are sent tumbling deep into the alley to the rough, cold cobblestone. Coral looks up and squints. There is just enough light to examine the silhouettes of their attackers. The first is wearing a baggy t-shirt with a large, clamorous chain around his neck. The other has on a houndstooth patterned jacket and a golfer's flat cap atop his head. When a passing vehicle drives by, a flicker of light reveals to her exactly who the men are. The assailants from the subway.
Ooh, have we been looking for you, Missy? As luck should have it, you go strolling right on by with your boyfriend here.
It's time to give up that painting now. You better still have it. We ain't chasing you this time.
The thug, dressed like a grouse hunter, grabs Christian by the collar with one hand and aggressively holds a sharp switchblade up to his throat with the other.
Now tell us where it is, or I'll open up your boyfriend's throat and toss him in the dumpster.
Coral quickly weighs her options, then realizes that she has none. She begins to slowly take the backpack off her shoulders.
Here. It's right here. Don't hurt him.
Christian's eyes explode as he tries to telepathically message to Coral both his surprise and disappointment. She starts to unzip the pack and pulls out Brevity, affixed in its distinct and slender frame. The man with the chain rips it out of her hands before she can even fully remove it from the open bag.
Well, that was easy. Thank you kindly.
The knife wielder shoves Christian down to the ground before the two men sprint back to the sidewalk and off down the street, art piece in hand. Coral jumps to her feet and runs over to the dumpster where her longboard landed. She quickly picks it up and makes for the sidewalk.
Wait! Coral! No!
As she turns the corner out of the alley, she spots the thieves nearly a full block ahead. One of them throws his arm into the air, and a yellow taxicab pulls over to let the gangsters in. Coral memorizes the first half of the plate number, throws her board to the ground, and pushes off down the pavement as fast as she possibly can. Voice acting for this episode provided by
Tara Kempton,
Bob Cooner,
Josh Mihal,
Andy Bates,
Joe Valdes.
CJ Cinco.
James Rand,
and
Scott Wike.